All right, guys, I'm gonna start a new trend here, and that trend is gonna be called IIFYB. All right, you guys all know what IIFYM stands for. I'm starting the IIFYB trend, and I don't think anybody's ever mentioned this, so you guys can give Vinny credit if it fits your budget. All right, so this concept applies to pretty much every supplement in the market, and I got a great question here from Edgar Torres. He wants to know, hey Coach Vinny, what do you think about dextrose versus carbolin? Is it worth the price? IIFYB, if it fits your budget. So here's the thing with carbolin and dextrose. I'll let one of you guys educate everybody below in the comment section about, someone can go into depth on the molecular structure of carbolin. It's a little complex, but essentially it's a carbohydrate. It's a more heavy carbohydrate. The claims is that it's absorbed much faster than dextrose. And in reality, it's true. Now here's where this can be misleading and end up resulting in people, spending money where it might not be necessary. Now, dextrose is already highly absorbed, okay? So you have to understand that on the glycemic index, we all know that carbohydrates all eventually get broken down to sugars, and the type of carbohydrate is going to determine its glycemic index and at what rate it gets broken down. We all know that glycemic index is influenced by other factors. Is there fat in your stomach from a meal you had earlier on in the day, or protein you may be having with it, or you had earlier on in the day. So the claims is that, carbolin increases absorption by like 18.1% or something like that. And that may sound, oh, cool. Well, I want to absorb my sugar quicker because after a workout, I want to spike my insulin. I want to, suppress cortisol. I want to stay anabolic. I want to get my nutrients into my body quicker. But in reality, dextrose is already higher. It's already very high. So an 18% bump on something that's already high, it's really not like, you know what I mean? It's kind of not really significant in the big picture. So for this product in particular, carbolin, does it fit your budget? If it does, it may be something you want to use. The people that I find that these kind of products, carb powders and specifically, like, carb powders like carbolin and Vitargo, the people that I think that they're best for are really skinny guys who are having a hard time getting their calories from whole foods. And this can be a really convenient way to get extra carbs into your diet through a liquid source. And for some people, dextrose is very sweet, or it doesn't have a great flavor. And there's a lot of people out there that are kind of picky about, what they drink and what they eat. So, carbolin is flavored. So for some guys, that's going to have an appeal. They can make their own homemade weight gainer using it. And if in those cases, yeah, carbolin might be a better choice for you. But I'm going to say for the majority of you guys out there, I'm going to help you save a couple bucks and just stick with dextrose. You're going to get a great absorption from that carb. It's far cheaper than buying a carb powder. And many of you who followed my success will know that, when I was bulking, excessively, a few years ago, and I was cutting, for my shows, and I had a strict deadline, I was using carbolin and Vitargo, and for me, it fit my budget. So it wasn't a concern for me personally. So you have to always keep those things in mind. You have to realize, you'll probably hear me recommend a lot of supplements as of late, and you have to realize that most of these supplements fit my budget. So I don't have that, you have to ask yourself, IIFYB, all right? So I hope that it helps you understand. For the majority of you guys, if you want a straight answer, I could have answered this in 2 seconds. The majority of you guys will be just fine with dextrose. You're gonna get a great absorption. You're gonna get the benefits of a fast-acting sugar after your workout to help reduce cortisol and start recovery, get your nutrients into your muscles. And you have to always be aware that, these absorption rates are gonna be impacted by a lot of other factors as well. So it's not something you need to lose sleep over. And for most of you, I just saved you 50, 60 bucks. So regular dextrose, and I'll even give you guys a better one, juice, specifically red juice from grapes, raspberries, cranberries, which also bring along an antioxidant value with them. So I've been starting to do this prior to my surgery, and I'm going to start doing it more often, but I'm going to start experimenting with juices as my as my post-workout carbs once I get back into it. And to be honest, it tastes a lot better as well. So there you go, just saved you guys a lot of bucks. And for that, feel free to like the video, okay? Thanks for the question, Edgar, and we'll talk to you guys soon.